Okay, we're gonna give this a whirl. I'm trying to show you a goshawk flight on a rabbit. We were driving along and saw a bunny in some brush, which is kind of rare. So we're gonna see if our trained goshawk will chase that rabbit, or if I can even flush it out of where it's hiding. It could be a hole or something, but I'm gonna put this on my head and walk you through. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the first step is to get my goshawk out of her box. She travels in a box. Let's see if she's in here. You can see her in there. This is the goshawk. Up, up, up. Good girl, good girl. And this is a goshawk that looks a lot like a youngster because she didn't molt very well. She should have brought in adult plumage. I trapped this goshawk in 2 harbors last year. Actually, if you look at her back, you'll see 2 things. A couple of blue feathers that did molt in, and then a transmitter. She's wearing a little backpack harness. So anyway, we're gonna see what she does. She is free to fly at this point. She has a hood in her head to keep her quiet when she's traveling. And she's done some of this before. She has chased rabbits before. So there you can see the setup. It's the trees underneath the base of those trees. There's a bunny in there, if it's still there even. All right. Hardest part is getting this hood off without getting grabbed in the face by your hawk, which would kind of wreck your day. Yeah, relax, 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 yeah. Okay, so you can kind of see her looking at me like, hey, what's that weird thing in your head? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Look, look. So off she goes. I don't know if the camera angle on my head is any good on this GoPro, so this might all be for naught, but you can see she's up in that tree. And I'm gonna put her, probably looking at the down, I have to look probably at the ground through this viewfinder when I'm taking her hood off, and when I'm putting her hood away. So she's right above our head. And the rabbit I saw was right over here in this brush. We'll see if it's still here. And if it is, can we flush it so she can see it? And she has caught rabbits before, so this is not a new thing. Oh, I think I see the rabbits. See the rabbits right hiding right in there. Okay, ready? Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, she's got the bunny in some brush. Good job, hawk. That girl. I'm gonna take this off so I see what I can see what we're filming. Yeah, you can see her beyond there. And I'm not gonna get too close, so she's pretty amped up. But you can see. Yeah, it's really hard to see her. She's got this rabbit. And she's probably gonna, what she thinks is I'm gonna take it away from her, and she's not altogether wrong. So she is gonna, I'm gonna try and get uphill of her perhaps. Boy, that was quick. Doesn't happen very often where things happen that quickly. She's gonna feel she's got the advantage down. She can drag it in a brush. Yeah, or she'll feel secure and she can eat that rabbit. Maybe what I'll do is get down slope of her. But, you know, these birds, this is something that they do in northern Minnesota. This would be a snowshoe hare where the goshawks are. And I think, you know, she's actually taking it more into an open spot if I go around the other side. I'm gonna go around here. Bear with me. Oh, yeah, it could be bunnies all over. There's bunny tracks in here as well. I'm gonna flush another rabbit just in the process of trying to get to her. Yeah, look, a hawk. You can see she's got it. I'll try and get a little closer. Yeah. So she's got her bunny. And so, yeah, it looks pretty darn cruel from the perspective of the poor rabbit. But we have to keep in mind, if you're seeing this little video clip, if it works out, and you're thinking, hey, I'd rather the rabbit one out. Well, most times they do, and in fact, first year raptors have a terrible survival rate. It's about an 70 to 80% of all eagles, hawks, owls, and falcons die their first year, because it's really hard to make a living. Now, I made that pretty easy because I'm a human and I'm able to look for game, and if she misses, I can just feed her. You can see her at the base of the tree plucking that rabbit. And in the wild, she would eat a lot of that rabbit, maybe come back the next day, and this is probably a week and a half worth of food for her. So she is plucking away. You know, also on the feathers that you can see her back, you can see her tail. She only has the center 2 tail feathers that molted clean over the summer, and all of her tail feathers, then the rest of them, there's a dozen total, so 10 of the 12. This is the second year of feather wear, and in the wild I don't think they would do this, having a poor molt, because those old feathers are not as strong. You know, your UV radiation, just sunlight, diminishes their strength, and so anyway, she's gonna be in rougher plumage by the time I finish the season. So anyway, I'm gonna sneak up and get a little closer. She plucks away at her prize. You can see they're very territorial. Something else that a lot of raptors do when they catch stuff is they put their wings out in case there's another predator that wants to take it away from them. So she's mantling and plucking, and she's done this enough where actually there's a problem where if I get too close, she'll come off that prize and come to me for food, because what I have is easier for her to eat, and I don't want her to do that. She's got what kills the rabbit in the wild is they drive a very, very long rear talon and an inside front toe talon into the visceral mass, and it's not a pleasant way to go, I can't imagine. But that rabbit, my guess, is still very much alive. And so no need for telemetry work today, which is awesome. I wonder if I can try and get closer to her. I just don't want her to leave that rabbit, because she will. She's broken into the rabbit at this point. So in northern Minnesota, where goshawks are found more naturally, they would be eating snowshoe hare and grouse and red squirrels, would probably be about 90% of their diet. Here, goshawks get supplanted by big red-tailed hawks that are sturdy, you know, intermittent woodland hawks. And so anyway, there is a dividing line in the state for one hawk versus the other, but we like the goshawks because they're very, very fast. So anyway, that is a goshawk catching a bunny. I'll take a couple of steps closer as she starts to eat. Let's see if we can get a look at her, a little closer look at what a goshawk looks like on the poor rabbit. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they look like. I'll slowly sneak in. Hard to see what's going on. She's comfortable because there's a big bush between she and I. She's got her prize, she's eating. And we weigh these hawks every day. So the trick is to not let them get too low in weight, so if they're sickly, because they got to be athletes, as you saw here. And if they're too fat, then they really don't want to chase, and they don't necessarily even want to come back to you as a falconer. So anyway, I'm gonna come around the other side of this tree before I quit the video and see if we can see the face of this hawk any better. Maybe looks like, yeah, you can see her peeking around the tree. Yeah, that's her and her prize.